Hello and welcome to a long overdue episode of Token Games Podcast. I'm your host and sometimes referee who thinks that the X button on his keyboard is broke, Zach Stat Pearson, which makes it very hard to spell my own fucking name. And today I'm joined by a very special group of people. Zeno, hello.
I'm disappointed by Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay, I'll come out. To be fair, I saw that shit coming, and I knew not to buy it as soon as they said, one, I'm just going to make up the story as I go, and two, there's no Final Fantasy characters, which is the reason why I bought the shit in the first place.
Thanks.
So that being said, what it do, Hill? Been a while.
Playing the Splatfest, Tortoise in the Hair. I have no idea who's winning right now. We'll find out probably someday.
Splash that ass wherever possible. And of course, the man who looks too damn much like Crispin Freeman and is also too damn tall, Corey Troy from Virginia. And now he's having mic trouble again. Corey, can you hear us? Hey, can anybody else hear Corey?
Nope. Not
That sucks. Okay. Someone type to him, since we can't hear you, type out his questions so we can get them answered to him. Topic 1. Avengers Endgame has reshoots last month, even though Marvel and its directors reported that it was finalized. Not a very common occurrence. What do you think caused this? X-Men stuff or possibly something else? Now, even though reshoots are common, reshoots after announcing that they're done doing all shooting is not common. Just want to clarify that for the technical people. Topic 2. Everyone is currently making a new system. The next generation has basically started, kind of, sort of. Which company will you be grabbing the counsel of first, and why? Please do not predict counsel war winners, please. That shit's just nothing but bloodshed. Topic 3. A slew of Fox X-Men shows have made mention of connections to the MCU, except Legion, which is ending on its 3rd season, canceled, even though it's really good. However, this reference was done not by Marvel. Why do you think this was done so last minute, though? Does it seem a little odd to you? And of course, topic 4. Dragon Ball Vic Mignona drama aside, there are widespread issues with the current release of the latest movie, chief among them being the release of the physical edition. It's entirely green tinted from start to finish. The director and writer have admitted they came up with over 20 extra minutes of material that was cut from the release. However, it's not stated if this was cut as in it was animated and not put in the movie, or if they just had to edit it out before it even got to the animation. Now, when you get to the physical box, it says that there's about over 30 minutes or 50 minutes. I'm sorry, I don't have the box in front of me. Sorry, hiccups. I don't have the box in front of me. Only to find out that extra material it was referring to were interviews. How should Toei Animation address these issues? Topic 5. Microtrsactions Saga Part 5. Even though I'm pretty sure we've talked about it more than 5 times. We've all spoken on it many times, but I have a different question this particular time. Are there any kinds of games where microtransactions should not be because it breaks the functionality or the ability of the game to be played and enjoyed? Basically, is anything sacred at this point? All right, Hill, why don't you go ahead and run us through topic 1 through 4, or 1 through 5, sorry.
So the first one about the Avengers reshoot, where they say, okay, that one I just feel like somebody didn't like the scene. I mean, I don't want to look too into this because I'm not the type of person who watches like a 30-second or a minute clip and has to make a 10-minute video.
Oh my god, that is so annoying. I know it sounds fucked up for me to bitch about that, but I agree totally.
So I really wouldn't know about why the reshoot is. I just feel like something didn't capture the way they wanted it to. And it's like, alright, let's redo this and get it done. Because everything else seems to be finalized. Now, right now, for the console thing, I feel like Sony is in the way lead to push out that first new PS5 because it seems like, from what I've seen, this has like been the most thing talked about, and it seems like it has the most information about how soon it would come out, rather than the other things where it's just like something's leaked and they may bring it up, but it sounds like Sony's actually having something moving forward to give us something new. Not really sure about topic 3 because it's like, not gonna lie, the wording's kind of screwed me up because I'm not sure what that's meant to mean. Alright, so that extra content of just interviews, that just sounds like bullshit. I don't think Toei should even put something out like that unless they're actually adding more actual content within, like, the bonus features about what happens after Goku gives Broly all the stuff, and if he actually determines he's gonna fight him again, any other dispositions, or even anything moving forward into the lines of Dragon Ball Super, because apparently that's coming back, but just a bunch of interviews just sounds like a real waste of time.
Basically, feel free to Google stuff, although ideally, if you're going to Google it, make sure you have a source. So is that it?
Now, 5 is, oh no, just the microtransaction one, because it's kind of hard to say which games would make it broken, because to be any microtransactions towards something to get you ahead, whether it be cut down time or get this rare item, even though at the time when you level up it will be bad, it will still be broken at the time you buy it. I guess it most definitely shouldn't be used in like games where you have to use money to buy other characters for sure, because there's that one character you have to buy and he just makes it broken for you in the rest of the game.
Corey, try to say something.
Something? There you go.
Oh shit. So did you like step on some of your mic equipment or something?
I don't know. I plugged different speakers and headphones into my computer and it just didn't work. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's
probably
like
some form of a software update.
Fuck. Maybe I just had to uninstall and reinstall like Discord or some shit. I was thinking maybe it was the box where my mic gets plugged into. Because when I plugged it in, it was like, "Do you want to try this device?" And I went, "Sure." So maybe it's something.
Okay. Well, I'll give you time. You'll go after Zeno for the record.
Okay. Is it my turn yet?
I just said Zeno.
My bad. So as far as the Avengers having a reshoot, I mean it's like last minute, so I can only imagine it's something very minimal. Like it couldn't be anything like where they're just gonna bring in like fucking X-Men characters or anything like that. I think that's like too much for it to be so, close to the release date. Probably just some reshoots for like minimal scenes. I did kind of Google it because I didn't know what you were talking about because I didn't follow in-game that much because I didn't want these like trailers and spoilers. But
no, I'm saying that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, so they got like Gamora and what's her name? Nebula? Yeah, they got them. They have pictures of themselves like talking about how they are taking off the makeup and stuff like that. So it's probably just something to do with, I don't know, their an interaction with Thanos. Maybe they like decided to redo it or something. That's the only thing I can think of. But other than that, I can't imagine it being an introduction of like totally different characters, like X-Men or something. As far as the new systems being released are concerned, I don't even know. Like I got my PlayStation late, my PlayStation 4 late. The Xbox is the only thing that I got kind of early, and I don't even have a Switch because I was waiting on them to release the other two, which they are, but I don't know when. So I don't know. With that being said, yeah, I don't know. PlayStation, I think they're just kind of like trying to rush it out, to be honest. So, but I've always liked PlayStation because they have like JRPGs and stuff on them. So if anything, I'll probably get that before most consoles anyway. Topic 3. So I actually do not watch like the live action shows for like Marvel and DC or anything like that. So I have no idea about them referencing the cinematic universe. But I wouldn't be surprised at them doing that because it kind of makes sense. Like they can put in like I guess like Easter eggs or them saying something referencing it without actually like stepping over the line, for them not maybe having a license for it or whatever. But I know they just canceled. Was it The Gifted? I think it's called
Legion.
Say it again.
Legion. Okay, can you not hear
It's
me?
another Marvel show called like The Gifted or something that got
No, it's Legion.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I don't know anything about those. I don't really like the live actions. Well, I'm more a cartoon kind of dude.
You're missing out. We'll talk later.
Okay, so as far as the Dragon Ball drama, I didn't follow that either. As a matter of fact, they released the Broly movie on YouTube at one point. It was just like, oh, that's random, kind of sort of. But I was gonna get the physical edition, but I just didn't. But them having over 20 and 50 minutes of content, quote unquote, I don't really know about that. So I'm just gonna plead the fifth. As far as microtransactions, I just don't even believe in microtransactions.
Hold on a second. Okay, what is it you don't understand about the Dragon Ball thing?
So you're saying they released it 20 minutes worth of material being cut from the original, but it was actually 50 minutes worth of material cut?
No. All right, let me try this in a very simple way. The director admitted and acknowledged that with the writer, they came up with enough material for the movie to go almost an extra hour. They said, roughly translated, they had almost an extra 30 to 50 minutes if they had made something, if they had kept animating and drawing the movie. Now, because of that, when they made the box art or the back of box description thingy, whatever you want to call those, on the back of the actual physical release, it said that this movie also includes an extra 15 minutes of new footage. The new footage was fucking interviews. And, of course, the entire film has the green tint. On disc, at least. That's what the question/issue is. Basically, was this false advertisement or a genuine accident? But seeing as how Dragon Ball has had 14 other movies, I don't really see it as an accident. But this is your turn, not mine.
Maybe they were just. It might have been I don't know, mistranslation or something, or they said one thing and meant another, and somebody else took it one way and then it was supposed to be another way. I don't know. It is what it is. I don't. Yeah. So for microtransactions, as far as microtransactions go, I don't even like microtransactions. Maybe not. I don't think it necessarily breaks the game, but it's like a shortcut. Like if you want to be good, just buy it, or like if you want a certain character, you have to buy it instead of like earning it. You know how it used to be. So yeah, I don't like microtransactions. To me, just is a way to get money, and I think it just takes away like the whole experience of the game. That's pretty much it. So yeah.
Damn. Whole mood just changed. All right, Corey, your turn.
Okay. For topic 1 on Avengers Endgame, whatever they reshot, I don't think is really important. If it's like that Nebula Gamora thing, as Zeno mentioned, I'm assuming maybe like in the editing process, maybe they were like, oh, we forgot something, so they just reshot something. For topic 2, I'll probably like pick up the PS5. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up at launch, but yeah, probably. I like the exclusives more on PlayStation, so I'm probably just gonna pick it up over any other one. For topic 3, maybe it's just a coincidence for this reference to happen, and it was Legion, right? That was the show that it happened in. Gifted. Yeah. I don't know. I don't watch those shows. I don't know like the directors or if they have any they don't have any ties to the MCU. So
nope.
I think it's just a coincidence. I don't think it was like super intentional. I guess. Oh, the Dragon Ball thing with the 50 minutes of extra material. That is a fucking huge miscommunication. They should have stated that from the start. I feel like that's like shooting yourself in the knee. They should have said it was like 50 minutes of like interviews and bonus behind the scenes stuff. They shouldn't have said like 50 minutes of new did it say 50 minutes of new animation? It was just new material.
I don't have the box in front of me. May be able to find it online somewhere.
They should have stated it was like interviews and behind the scenes content. That's like a really like if they're going for like, maybe we can get them if we just say it's got 50 minutes of extra stuff. Like I don't know how Broly would benefit from like an extra 50 minutes of like content. I mean, I think it'd be cool to watch, what else they could add to the story, but I just don't know what more they could add per se. And for topic 5, microtransactions. If there is a game like that breaks the functionality or the ability of the game to be played, I guess like if a JRPG allowed you to like skip, like you paid like $15 and they allowed you to skip all the way to like level 99 for all your characters, gave you like all the personas, like that would ruin the experience. I would hate to see that on the store. I wouldn't buy it, but I think that would be like something stupid.
Alright, so for topic 1, I'm going to just preface this by saying, look, I have a long history of not liking what Fox does to the X-Men. The few times that they have good movies is when Fox has the least amount of control and say-so, and the writers and directors basically going ham. Because of this, about 80% of their releases, I didn't like. Not because, the trailer didn't look good, because I saw them, couldn't watch them, and would either change the channel or straight up return the rental DVD or Blu-ray to whoever I borrowed or rented it from. You know? So, believe me when I say I am all kinds of happy if Marvel sets the world of Fox mutant stuff ablaze. Except Legion. I love Legion. But as far as the reference goes, I'm sorry, topic one. As far as the reshoots go, I don't think it's X-Men stuff, even though I would fucking love it. I think the reshoots may be, and I hate to beat this dead horse, or I guess technically living horse, because I honestly don't think she's a terrible person. I think the reshoots may have something to do with Brie Larson and the character of Captain Marvel in general. I think that the importance of Captain Marvel, at least in this movie, shifted greatly. The main reason, not so much being because Brie Larson's statements, but because Captain Marvel, the character and the movie, as well as Brie Larson's statements, don't mix well with the audience, the natural viewing audience. So if maybe they had set her up to come in at the last minute or do some super powerful attack that, you know, is the end-all be-all saving the day because everybody else got their ass whooped, it could have been a case of test audiences saw this and they responded negatively to it. And they said, oh, no, we can't have that. We like money too much. Because I'm going to just preference y'all right now. Regardless of Brie Larson's statements, accidental or unintentional as they may have been, Captain Marvel was a boring fucking movie. They didn't really do a good action sequence. It just...
I like Captain Marvel.
Well, see, that's a layered statement. You like the character, you like Brie Larson, or you like the movie? What?
I like the movie.
You have terrible taste.
It was fun, dude.
You have terrible taste. Anyways, so the way I look...
You eat butt.
I mean, if I did, I wouldn't be offended by it, but no, I don't. Anyways, so I think that it may have something to do with her. Now, as far as topic 2, my choice for new system, I believe, will be dependent on Nintendo, which is a weird thing to say, or rather third-party developers. See, when Nintendo makes this Super Switch, which, you know, they could call it that if they wanted to, if no games run exclusively without it, like, oh, if you don't have this specific version, you out of luck, I'm going to get the PlayStation 5. Same reason as Corey. But if we do have exclusive that can only run on Super Switch, I'm going to grab that first. My reasoning is very sound. Those two are going to have the closest to the same library. So with that being said, we've confirmed that the PlayStation 5 will not be portable. So why not have that Switch? Is it going to outpower the PlayStation 4 Pro? Probably not. And if it did, it wouldn't be cheap. But I like having good times and I like having fun games. And if I can do it on the road or on the go, why wouldn't I? So that being said, fucking... it's Switch if it can play games exclusively. If not, PS5. Now, let's see, what's the next question? Topic 3. Alright, so despite my feelings on the mutant movies, I dig them shows. I really, really do. I haven't touched Gifted because I think Gifted has too small of a budget for what it's trying to pull off. I don't hate the show, but I'm not going to get invested. However, when it comes to motherfucking Legion, bruh, I'm mad it's getting canceled. Why didn't Gifted get canceled? Fuck Gifted, Legion is better. And they got a smaller cast and shit. And they don't even cancel it because it sucked. They canceled it because fucking they didn't even really say why. It did good. I don't think it won any awards, but ratings were good, and it made FX or by extension Fox money. The one thing they truly cared about, or at least they pretend to. So I think the reasoning is because possibly the director and writers and the backstage team behind that show are, for lack of a better term, trying to kiss and massage Marvel ass with some body oil, preferably.
Wait, real quick, the Gifted did get canceled.
So they're both canceled, or is just Gifted canceled?
Yep, the Gifted canceled. Doesn't get a season 3.
Check on Legion for me. I think they're trying to posy up to fucking Marvel, give them their ass a nice little body oil massage, preferably with rose and mango and honey scented oils, and see if they'll try to revive their ass. Because up until this point, at no point in time did they think to even ask this shit. They could have easily said, when they first announced the Marvel Incorporated Fox shows, meaning Marvel had a hand in them, they were Gifted and Legion, and then Runaways. Runaways went to Hulu, Gifted went to Fox, and Legion went to FX, which is also owned by Fox. They didn't have any references to any shit until now. I think they're trying to pretend like they're on the same side, not, oh, we don't care as long as we get to keep our show. No, if you're going to be a team player, be a team player. That's how I view things, and I've always done that if you know me. If you want to be an individual and bullshit like that, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want a team, get the fuck out or be a team player. Nothing more, nothing less. So with that being said, that's how I feel about it. I mean, I don't hate them. I don't think any less of them, but I just think they only did that because they want to get their shit saved instead of, being on our side earlier. Now, as far as Dragon Ball, you guys can come at me later if you find other articles and shit like that. But look, I'm going to go through all of them. First off, look, Vic Mignona, a.k.a. Chuck Mendola, is always going to get in fucking trouble. The problem is that he has what's called indirect bodyguards and non-legal lawyers known as a fan base. So whether he did something wrong, he could have killed the Pope for all I care. He will have a zealot fan base section, not all of them are like that, who will just not accept he's capable of any wrongdoing and try to make up a whole bunch of shit about the other people or just go out of their way to try to harass them and do negative things. So anytime he does something, he's almost protected in a shield or a bubble. It's kind of like Ryan Seacrest. Ryan Seacrest was actually guilty. He was confirmed guilty. Nothing happened because all of his shit stayed on the internet and it didn't get broadcast on a national level. But even then, some celebrities still won't fuck with him. That aside, the green tint, somebody fucked up in editing. All Toei Animation needs to do to fix this is issue out free copies, ask them do they want a digital or physical, have them mail in their old copies with the green tint, and they're good to go. That's all they had to do. It shouldn't even take this long to figure out. That movie's been out like 10 days. Physically, 10 days. So, fucking, what was it? What was the other thing that happened? Oh, yeah. First and foremost, I would like to say I don't blame the director in his initial interview. He said, we made a lot of material, and a lot of it got cut from the movie. Or rather, and I just want to point out, yes, I am paraphrasing. Don't get in my ass. But the problem is more like the American staff. Because he made the statement he made, and also knowing the history of Dragon Ball movies that came in the Super era of there's always more shit added later, it was expected that when people saw 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 15 minutes, or however many the box says of extra material and footage, and they don't say 20 or 30-minute interviews. They just has 20 or 30 minutes of more material. It's a natural assumption, hey, the movie's longer. This is an extended cut. Even if it doesn't say uncut, extended cut, blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, they have that loophole. The front of the box didn't say extended cut. We didn't say uncut version. We didn't say enhanced version. We didn't denote that anywhere on the box. You know, shit that a lawyer could use in court. Frankly, the way I feel about it is a very simple way I feel about it. Somebody should be fired on the American staff. This is not the Japanese director's fault. He obviously is not looking at a damn mass distributed English box he can't even fucking read. Let's be honest with him. And I only blame the American sector. So with that being said, I feel like there's no real way to correct that. So I don't know what to say to that one, and I'm just going to say I don't know what to do and be honest with it. Now, as far as is there a limit for microtransactions, or should there be? Yes. Fuck the hell yes. First and foremost, if a game pretty much relies on nothing but skill on every single level, and you make it so, even without pressing any attack buttons or, action buttons in the game, like you do nothing but movement, people can still win if they have DLC or, a fat wallet, you fucked up. This isn't an exact quote, let me say that right now, but when Monster Hunter World first came out for the PlayStation 4, one of the biggest questions everyone had is, are there going to be microtransactions that, break the game and shit like that? And the actual designer and director of the game had to come out and say, I specifically can't do that because it would literally break the capability of people to enjoy the game. And it would hurt and destroy the brand, or something of that nature. Basically, the game wouldn't even be worth playing. So I agree that there are limits. The question is, really, will game companies adhere to those? Because I can tell you right now, they fucked up hard with Devil May Cry. Or more specific, Devil May Cry 5. I have Devil May Cry 5. I like Devil May Cry 5. I have not paid money for red orbs. At all. I think I paid money for a yellow orb on an accident once, but that was about it. Let me tell you right now. You can beat that entire game without hitting your enemies, which is fucked up. When you have a choice between paying money and getting a game over, you know what you're trying to do. You want to convince lesser skilled people to spend money to get and acquire things that require more skill or technicality, or really just patience and paying attention to what you're doing. When you die in Devil May Cry 5, you don't actually die. The game freezes. If it's a boss, they taunt you. And you have a choice to buy yellow orb, buy red orbs, or buy a super mega holy water, which you can't even see. They didn't even design holy water, but it still exists. And what happens is your character or the boss will lose a fourth or half of their HP on the spot before you stand up. And you get your full HP back, and you get full super meter. Full super meter. So literally, I can go to the final boss fight, stand perfectly still, let him kill me, spend about $10 twice, and he'll automatically die. Does that sound okay to any of y'all?
No, I actually thought it was just the red orbs they were selling.
It's fucking disgusting. And it's to a point where it's depressing. Because if
that's ridiculous, I'm sorry.
No, don't be. It's not your fault. And the whole development team kept saying, oh no, it's only there if you need it, guys. You don't have to do it. First off, you had to put it in there. Don't act like this is anything other than a corporate decision. My problem is how you execute it. You chose to do it the way you did. It's I don't want to say how the mighty have fallen, but it really applies here. It's a good game, good product, but they had to fuck with it in ways that they didn't need to. I'm not saying, hey, you shouldn't make microtransactions because a corporate overlord is just going to look at me, laugh, and say, bitch, you got money? Make me not do it. Or at least they're going to think that. So, I think they should have just done it a different way. Oh, hey, guess what, guys? You want some alternate costumes? Or you want different colors and cosmetic bullshit? Here's your microtransaction shit. No, they didn't. They did in the worst way possible. But here's the dumb part at the same time. You're not locked, barred, or banned from any of the difficulty modes. So if I'm a nobody and I just want a taste of Devil May Cry, I know I'm not going to try the higher difficulty levels. One, you're already not going to sell to me. Two, I'll just go play an easier difficulty. So they purposely did that, but the thing is, they did it the worst way possible. They didn't even maximize the potential of getting people to buy the microtransaction shit. Not to mention, oh, here's the part that really pissed me off. When you find a yellow orb, as you all know, when you reset the game over, or when you reset that play cycle over, the yellow orb comes back. They made it not do that anymore. So once you get a yellow orb in any difficulty setting, you just only have that yellow orb. So that means that there is literally a finite number of yellow orbs in the game. I think it's about 11. That's disgusting. They've never done it before, and they only did it for one reason. And the only way to get new yellow orbs is if you log into the game every single day. So on paper, you can collect less yellow orbs than ever before. I know one a day sounds smart or it sounds good and decent, but see, here's the thing. One yellow orb, whereas in every other game, you can just go through the stage, find the yellow orb, and get it again. That depressed me. Oh yeah, we all know they're going to make us pay for Virgil. It's actually kind of sad at this point. Half the people that should have been playable are either going to be DLC or they're not going to be in the game. I wish that companies could learn from themselves, not just what we do and don't buy. Because us not buying something does not mean it sucked. You could have just not marketed it right. Because I can tell you right now, even if you've never played a Devil May Cry game before, if you get your ass beaten, you can't get past a certain part, you're not going to buy infinite destruction and shit like that and keep going until you get that shit. Because first off, there are no unlockable weapons. You only get a super mode, and then the game punishes you for using the super mode, even in difficulties where the super mode would be okay to use. They're going to go down to the easiest difficulty setting. Nothing actually even changes. If you beat the game on the easiest difficulty setting, you still get the same shit as if you beat on the highest difficulty setting. The only difference is a maybe 40-second cutscene that means absolutely nothing, explains absolutely nothing, and it looks stupid as shit without me going into spoilers. So I can honestly say without a shadow of a doubt, there is a line, but I don't know how to make companies not cross it, because Capcom loves crossing that line. Look no further than hell, Street Fighter versus Tekken, let alone Devil May Cry 5. Okay, with that being said, anybody got any closing statements?
follow, unsubscribe. Be sure to eat your daily fruit count. Have a nice. Stay hydrated.
So say yes to drugs.
That was all kinds of messed up. And with that being said, I'm going to try to get my X button fixed on my keyboard. I will see you guys when I see you guys.
Mention and go, baby.